technology can shape the future of finance and other organizations as well, right? But if we step back a little, how did we come about to be in this age of AI and robotics? So before, there's nothing. I was born without internet. But when was the birth of internet? Anyone knows here? No. So it was actually 1983. That was the year when I was born, and obviously it's not felt here in the Philippines, especially in the province where I grew up. It was only made public 1993. I was still elementary back then, and now we're talking about intelligence, deep learning, NPL, machine learning. Robotics. Junji earlier on presented the how you can make use of the voice AI and the avatar as your customer service, right? Just to
Doc Ronnie, hindi 1983 nagsimula.
In the age of this
1978 or 79. Dun sa building mo, Amparo Building. Oo, kasi nandun yung eskwela ng automation. Yun ang pinakaunang internet sa Pilipinas. Gumagamit pa ng COBOL. Yung gumagamit pa ng ribbon. Nandun sa Amparo. Yun, doon. Kayo yung nauna sa internet. Isipin mo, Amparo Building.
This is going to be relevant, especially on the customer's onboarding process, right? Under the banking and financial industries, we did a lot of customer onboarding, digital customer onboarding, especially during the pandemic, right?
Automation, mapapag-aralan yung COBOL.
Businesses were forced to go digital. Businesses were forced to start their digital onboarding journey during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, behind that, there are also people, brilliant minds, to create the crimes. There are a lot of fraudsters trying to do ID theft, to do money laundering, taking advantage during the pandemic times. And deepfake is actually the replacement of face swapping. If you've seen a lot of this in TikTok, right? We also did the animation. Basically, it makes the converting a static image into a video, wherein usually in the customer onboarding, it would require you to move your face, move your head, or blink your eye, move your mouth. So that's part of the requirement to make sure that you're actually a live person. Editing is editing the facial features such as expression, closing the eyes, and another one is the synthesis, exploiting AI to generate a face that doesn't exist. So let's say one face, you can move the face, you can configure the jaw, you can configure the eyes, and that is a deepfake. Now, how do we protect ourselves when facing deepfake? There are a lot of deepfake scams. So there are several layers. We use AI to defeat AI. That's what we can do. But how can we defend on each layer? So this is the layer. We have an app layer, we have an image layer, and we have a system layer. On the app layer, we can make use of the mobile print to defend background feature analysis and also ID network. On image data layer, we have deepfake multi-frame detection, image abnormality detection, and ID tamper detection. And lastly, we have the system layer, which is the near X and eagle face ID. Now, why am I talking about all of these
pati
layers?
mukha mo gagayahin, pati mukha ni Doktor.
One example
Pero deepfake yun.
A fraudster would use a
deepfake.
deepfake,
Yun ang
especially
makabagong
on
term.
the financial industry, right? A lot of banks are allowing
Pati
now for
boses
us to
nagagaya.
apply
Kala ikaw yung
applying for
nagsasalita.
loans or to open
Yun ang
an account,
delikado.
a banking account. A
Ano?
lot of banks, right, like
Mahirap yun pag ginawa
Union
sa
Bank, I think they're doing it. BPI, basically the top universal banks and all of the digital banks here in the Philippines go through
Kaya
the
ingat ka, baka mahack
EKYC
mo
or the
yung
digital customer onboarding
account.
process.
Nahack ba yung account mo,
And
doktora? Hindi, muntik
This
na.
deepfake, these
Muntik na.
fraudsters or the people who want to do
Sa'yo,
financial
nahack?
crimes make use of deepfakes to open an account
Naku.
simply for
Yan.
they wanted to get
Kagagawa ng
money, apply
deepfake.
for a loan, they wanted to take the money away.
Kasi kunyari,
or
ikaw
they
si
wanted to open a
Doc
deposit
Ronnie Royo,
account
may
so that they
gagaya
can
eh.
transfer it elsewhere, do a cross-border transfer. So that's going to be your money laundering. Here in the Philippines, we have a severe problem on money laundering. And that's why BSP has been very strict and very stringent with the customer due diligence or the EKYC process. And a lot of these fraudsters take advantage of deepfake to open an account, a deposit account, or a loan account, right? And they leverage the AI to do that. Now, on the other end, how do we help these organizations
check
to
mo nga
protect
kung meron
themselves
dinner
from
o
these
cocktail.
fraudsters? That is where the Zolos would come in. These
Oh.
technologies to use AI to defeat the AI, all of the three layers, app, image, data, and system layer, that is available in our deeper anti-deepfake in the EKYC process. So this is your usual onboarding process, right? The banks and the technology allows us now to make use of our mobile phone to apply for a deposit account. Before we go into the bank physically, we walk in there, bring our documents, bring our IDs, barangay certificate, NBI clearance, what have you. Because the banks are very strict with having you open an account. But right now, since the technology allowed us to do this, the technology equipped the banks to do this, BSP allowed to use technology for us to leverage or benefit the technology with applying online. We can do so now using our mobile phones. And this is the typical onboarding process on a mobile phone. So when you open an account, it would ask for you to screenshot or capture your ID, right? A lot of the IDs here in the Philippines, in Recto, you can just go there and request for driver's license, right?
Nako, nasample pa yung
My
Recto
cousin,
sa deepfake.
paid for
Bira
a
naman to si
fake
ate, oh.
passport in Recto. So that is how rampant the Philippines in terms of producing
Grabe
a
naman.
fake ID. They have technologies as well. They invest in those technologies as well. And we pay for it on the other side, right? But how about the banks, right? How about the individuals who invested their money into the
Bakit
bank?
dinala mo pa dito?
Their money will be taken. Their identity could be taken because of these fake IDs.
Mukhang nag-iiwas
So,
ka sa sweets.
going back to the
Iiwas ka sa
process,
sweets.
you could take advantage of the Zolos
Coffee or
technology
tea?
real time. So, as soon as the
Doktora,
ID has
coffee or
been
tea?
captured, on the back
Tea na
end,
lang na. Tama.
the
Muntik ka na lang
technology
para
is working
for the
to
stomach.
protect the bank from these fraudsters. So you have your real-time interactive guidance, you have your ID completeness check, anti-spoofing check, anti-spoofing meaning the fake IDs that was generated from Recto, right? Or
Ayan naman, Recto na
even the
naman.
BIR is
Diyos ko,
very easy
nandito ka sa Hyatt.
to
Please naman, huwag ka nang
create a
banggit ng banggit na
counterfeit
Recto.
BIR ID
It's
because it's just
becoming,
printed ID and then
worldwide
you can
yan eh.
laminate that. And then we have the blurriness check
Kasira
and then
naman
the
yan
high
ng-
OCR
Kala naman
accuracy
niya
check.
lahat na, paano yung
So,
mga eskwelahan sa Recto?
This technology,
Si
OCR, this is your optical
Sambeda,
character recognition or
Recto
your
yun eh.
document text recognition,
Tapos
meaning
sa
whatever
Sebastian,
information that is
hindi
on
natin
your ID will be
pagagalitan ko to.
automatically captured, which
Huwag niya
the
nang
organization can make
mali naman
use
to.
to fill out the form automatically. Now,
Iwasan
what's
mo
the
na yung
relevance of
recto-recto
that?
mo.
It makes our life easier because
Mga
it makes
foreigner
the
nandyan, no?
account opening or the
Wala na
loan
siyang
application
delikadesa.
opening fast and easy. Now, on the second step, we capture the live images. Now, why do the banks would want to capture the live images? Because they wanted to prove that we are alive.
Nandun ang FPU.
Right? That's your
Mabibigat
customer
na
due
eskwelahan
diligence
yun,
as
ah.
required by the Bank of
Ito naman
Central
talaga
of
to si
Philippines.
ate, oh.
Because we can be
Kakasira naman
having a lot of deposit accounts or a lot of credit cards with a person that's non-existent. So, with the
Magtsatsaan na lang muna
technology
tayo bago tayo
that we impose during the liveness check, you have your blink detection, and then you have your ID versus selfie. So
Nasaan?
meaning there's a face comparison
no?
that is happening. The face that was captured during the liveness detection will now be compared to the ID that you have provided.
Kailangan
Now
ko
the
yun.
other banks or digital banks would require
Buti
for you.
naman.
I know.
So,
I don't
nandiyan
know
ka
if you
sa
have experienced
situation
this,
na ganyan
wherein
muna.
they would
Nag-a-adjust ka sa family.
take a photo of your ID and your face
O
together.
kailan mo ma-overcome
But
yan?
right now with the
Forever.
technology,
Tapos na?
it's not
Oh, thank you, Lord.
necessary because we have the
kaya
liveness
ano mo
check
na?
to help that, to help
Tindihan mo
us,
na yung
to
ano
help
mo,
the
yung sa
banks
yung
do the face
purpose.
comparison
May purpose
against
ka
the
eh.
ID that was provided. And then the third one is network ID detection. The organization can also make use of the blacklist and the velocity check. And then the last part would be the outcome. It made our life easy, right? Because sometimes going through the bank physically it wastes your time. Like literally, I step
Maganda yung
into
ano
one
mo,
bank,
Doktora
I
Health
waited
Coach,
for
ah.
2 or
Ba't
3
di mo
hours.
tapos ka nun? Di mo
One example,
i-pursue?
I requested just for a bank certificate. I
timely
waited
na
for
yan.
3 hours. That's how tough it is. It's the same for
ganun.
opening a bank account or applying for a credit card or applying for a loan.
Nagtayo uli ako ng
And for a credit
business
card,
kasi
sometimes it's easy
yung kaya
because
ko
you see
lang,
a lot
no?
of people,
Same mo,
especially in the
advertising and
supermarket
sports
or the mall,
promotion.
they're the ones
Yung
that
aking
they will just
Percy
capture
Sports
your
is
ID and then
chess
just fill it out for
promotion,
you.
chess
But it's
tournament
not so
in
secure because
Laguna.
you're giving away your information to a person. Is that person trustworthy? You
imbitahan
don't
ko yung
know, right?
ano mo,
So
kung
at
sino
least
man,
on this
para magsalita.
process, you apply it yourself. You apply it online via the web or you apply it via your mobile.
May alam ka bang
And this
kaya
technology
mag-donate
being
ng
provided to the financial
Trophy.
institutions, whether that's banks or credit
Oo,
card
1, 2,
companies
3.
or lending
First,
institutions,
second, third?
this is something
Mura
that
lang
can
yun.
be leveraged
Mura lang
on.
yun sana.
Defeat AI
Yung
using
company
AI.
na pwede. December
Okay.
17.
And just to
Tagal pa naman,
just to
pero
summarize,
padala
sure,
na natin ang
AI
sulat.
can help
December
you with
17.
your efficiency, process optimization, definitely
Kasi
will
related
reduce
din
your
sa mental
cost.
health yung chess eh.
But you also
Papayo,
have
may
to
mga
be
chess player
mindful.
na
You have to also set
exercise,
up
you can have an
infrastructure
exercise
in
with
your
your mind.
technology to
Dahil
defeat the
naglalaro kayo ng chess.
potential financial crimes. Okay? And on the EKYC process, this is where Zolos would come in. Zolos Deeper can help you combat potential financial crimes. Thank you.
Yun.
Thank you so much,
Si
Ms.
ate.
Rojas, and wow, thank you so much for
Napapagsabihan natin
ending
si ate.
this. You are our last speaker.